It just doesn't feel right to teach. How the fuck can you teach something that you've never done before? It's like having a business professor in school that has never owned a business.
That's pretty common.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which makes you wonder, what is education? Is it like it's shady, right? Like. All right. So, welcome to the ECOM Profit Podcast. I am your host, Laz Chavez. He is your other host,
Richard Telf.
Richard motherfucking Telf. And today, Johnny isn't here with us. We actually have Rolly here. Rolly's a very good rapper. He's one of the best rappers I know.
We're finally bringing Rolly on the podcast. We're going to do the quick fire Q&A with him at the end, the audio only, but we'll save that for the end. And for whoever's on YouTube, if you guys want to catch that, you have to go over to Apple Podcasts and catch it there.
Before we continue, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, whatever button you have to hit to make this thing pop up more, the bell icon, whatever, I don't know. Whatever you have to do, make sure you do that right now so that you can see the podcast when it's uploaded. Again, these podcasts go up every single Monday. And it's just a kind of behind the scenes view of what's going on. We also like to share some of the things that are happening here and there. Today's episode is kind of an impromptu episode. We're actually going to be talking about courses and online courses. You guys have seen them all. Everyone sells courses nowadays. We have our own course that we sell. Kind of want to talk about that, pull back the curtain, tell you guys kind of like what our thoughts on courses are. We'll tell you our experience with courses because we've bought courses as well. And just kind of give you the rundown. We're going to try to be as transparent as possible and just share as much information with you as we possibly can.
Yep, give your honest opinion on courses. Even though we sell one, we're going to try to not be biased on it. We'll tell you the pros and the cons of all the courses, including our own. I don't know if it comes up. So we can start off with you want to start with the pros, or we'll start with the cons to leave it off on a good note. I think
we always talk about pros and cons. We're very pros and cons, about everything.
Yeah, but I mean, what else can we say though? Everything is a pro and con in life. Everything you say is a pro and con. Yeah. So the cons. I think there's a lot of courses. In unpopular opinion, there's a lot of courses that prevent people from making money.
100%.
Prevent people. So some people take a course and they're at a more disadvantage than they were at before because maybe they try to follow the course to the T. And I don't think that any course should be followed to the T because it's not that they lead you in a wrong direction, but I think a course should be the building blocks for whatever it is that you're doing, but it shouldn't be a blueprint. So a lot of people advertise a course like as a blueprint to do something, whether it is to make money online, make money with Google, Facebook. And I don't think that there is a blueprint for any of that. I think a course is a good foundation, but it should not be followed as a blueprint. And some people do follow it as a blueprint and they end up not making any money ever with whatever it is that the course is teaching.
Yeah, I also, I guess not to jump into this too quickly, but it's pretty common for people to sell courses that don't even do what they teach.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that out there. And this is where I guess that's like one of the main cons, I would say. Just the sheer amount of, I guess, gurus in the space.
Yeah.
Like in any space, because we're mainly in e-commerce, but in any space, really, there's people that are just lurking on, preying on people that, they don't know any better. They have really nice ads. They have really nice webinars. They have really nice trainings that sometimes they don't even teach anything. They just kind of sell you a pipe dream. Mm-hmm. And then they sell you this course when in reality, they've never even done anything. It's just, they sell you the idea of it. I mean, like they're just really good marketers, but they're not actually doing what they're selling you. So that's just something you have to be careful with. I think whenever you're doing, your research into investing into a program, you kind of want to make sure, if this, person that you're following has a track record, do they do what they're teaching? Are they credible? Maybe ask around, see if they have some reviews, if they have past students that have taken the program, past students who've worked with them. That's, I think, is one of the top keys. and definitely a thing that you should look out for when looking into courses, buying a course, something like that.
And we know people who they've never done shit in their lives. They've never made money, and they start making money with a course. Like that's the first way that they start. How the fuck can you start making money with a course? That makes no sense to me. Like,
well, I'll tell you.
Well, what are you teaching?
I'll tell you how.
What are you teaching?
And I think it's pretty. It's pretty simple, and people actually like, you know, if you just think about it, break it down, it's actually really simple. What they do is, and what I imagine, like if I were put in that scenario, how can I sell a course that I've never even tried? I'll just go on Google. I go on Google. I go on YouTube. I look up, you know, whatever I'm trying to sell a course on. Yeah. I kind of become. I don't even have to become an expert. I can become somebody that just knows more than somebody else. Yeah. I record some videos explaining it, and guess what? Now I'm an expert to people who know nothing about it because, you know, they just haven't done their research. And if my marketing is better than just a few other people, then I can be selling a course on whatever.
Dude, honestly, your marketing doesn't even have to be that good. I know people who they just create a following, not even with marketing, and some people create followings and then they just sell things that they've never done before. I don't know how the fuck that works, because at least for us, we waited until we made money with e-commerce to start selling a course on e-commerce, and we have a few courses. We have the Google course, which we've made money with. We have the Shopify course, which we've made money with Shopify, obviously, and we also run people's Google accounts, which we've made money with Google. So everything that we're teaching, we've done in the past. So I think that we've gone at it the right way. We've never really thought about making a course on something that we don't do. Sometimes the idea has come up because to be honest, there is a lot of money in courses, but we've never actually done it because it just doesn't feel right to teach. How the fuck can you teach something that you've never done before? It's like having a business professor in school that has never owned a business.
That's pretty common.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which makes you wonder, what is education? It is. Like it's shady, right? Like you wouldn't go to, I mean, you don't want to be teaching business if you have never had your own business, or like you wouldn't want to be teaching Google ads if you've never ran a Google ad, which makes you kind of wonder, like,
Rolly's going ham over there.
Rolly's going ham. He's getting ready. He has something in store for you guys that I can't wait to share it with you guys. He's one of the best rappers I've ever
He's gonna rap. He's. I know we've been talking shit about him in this podcast about his rapping skills, but we're gonna give him a shot to redeem himself here in the audio only section afterwards. He's getting ready over there. But what about the pros of courses? That those are all the cons, and really like all the people who give. Dude, I don't even know. Like, we're not fucking gurus. We're teachers. Like, we teach people what we know. It doesn't make us. We're not a fucking guru. We don't know everything there is to know about Google shopping ads or our course. Like, really, we know, we've done it, we've made money, and we teach what we know. But there's some of our students who know things that we don't know.
Right.
So we're not gurus. So I hate to call myself fucking guru. I think that word is just not the right word. I don't think anyone's a guru at anything. Yeah. Right? Yeah. The pros. The pros is that a course does give you a foundation, and it gives you a sense of direction of what you want to do. It gives you a place to start. Some people, they don't even know where to start. There's so many fucking YouTube videos, like so much information online that if you have a course, it gives you a place to start. You paid for it, so you're actually going to digest the information, actually pay attention to it because you paid for it. So those are the pros that I can think of. There's a whole mess of pros to courses.
So when you pay for a course, it's like now you have skin in the game, right? Mm-hmm. I've seen it time after time. People, even like family members, friends of ours, who are like, "Oh yeah, I'm interested in this ECOM. Can you teach me?" And we're like, "Hey, look, I don't want to make you pay for the course. Like, you're a friend of mine. I'll just give it to you." And those people actually
fucking fail.
They fail because they don't see the value in it. They don't have skin in the game, right? Yeah. When you pay for something, now you're invested, right? You have money. You have to make something happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the other thing that courses the pros, I guess, is just it's everything's organized. You know, you have like a sequential. If it's a good course, you have a sequential way of going about it. I've seen some courses that are fucking
some are fucking terrible.
horrendous.
We've had to get refunds on some of them.
It's a shit show. Like you get into the course and like you don't know where to begin, where it ends, or what's episode 1, what's the first lesson. You don't know anything.
Yeah.
So the good courses, they have a step-by-step formula. Do this first and you do this. Don't start by this step. Like that comes later down the line. So good courses have that good sequential steps. But at the end of the day, I still think that courses, they should serve as kind of like a supplement to what you're already doing. So when like courses that we've taken where we've really had success, we've kind of done the course, but then we've added our own little twist, right? So what the course is teaching you, it's not going to be like, oh, I'm just going to apply everything that's on the course and then we're going to start making money. It usually takes some time to for you to experiment a little bit, add your own twist, learn kind of like what works, what doesn't, and then experiment with it. So that's what we've really had success with it. Yep. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of pros about courses. The organization, the community too. The community is especially nice because now you're like in a community of people who are all aimed at the same goal. There's people who are at different stages. So maybe somebody who's been doing it for like a couple months now, you have a question, they have an answer for you,
right?
And that's what we see with our students all the time.
Yeah, the community and courses are huge. Just having that group of people with the same goals as you and being in the same group with them, having meetups and stuff, it's huge. It's probably even it probably even helps more than the course itself, to be honest. Being around people like that. Yeah, probably does. Yeah. Rolly, how long have we been going?
11 minutes.
11 minutes. So I think, we're good. We could probably wrap this thing up. So yeah, guys, we're wrapping it up here on YouTube, but now we're heading on over to the podcast section.
Where it's Apple and Spotify, right?
Apple and Spotify podcast. Where things get a little wild. Rolly, he's a madman. He's gonna get on the podcast.
He's gonna start rapping now.
He's gonna start rapping. So if you guys want to listen to Rolly,
and we're gonna ask him some controversial questions.
Yeah, we're gonna ask him some questions.
And he has to fucking answer.
Yeah, he has to answer. If not, Rolly, you're fired if you don't answer. Okay, so you better answer. Rolly just said it's perfect. He's ready. He's.
It goes with this rap. All right, guys. Ready. So if you guys liked it, hit the notification bell, hit the like button, leave a comment for the next podcast, and we will catch YouTube, all of you guys, next week.